Hey y'all, it's nowIamnappy and I'm back for another Tip Tuesday. So last week I did a low porosity wash day, and this week I'm going to jump right into doing moisturizing and sealing for maximum hydration on your low porosity hair. If you missed last week's video, go ahead and click here. So in this video, I'm going to first discuss ingredients and products that help you maintain moisture according to your low porosity level. As we learned last week, a low porosity can range from maybe medium low to very, very low porosity hair. And then finally discuss ways to help seal in that moisture. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It has to do with heat. Okay, so let's jump right into this. So the first ingredient is water. Now water is of course, the only true moisturizer out there. So you want to look for water-based leave-ins or liquid-based leave-ins. Now, this is really, really important because our hair can absorb water and water-based products better than heavier type products. So some products you might, if you're looking for maybe some commercial products that I actually really love, S-Curl, the curl activator, yes, you guys, I use that. Has water, glycerin, and oils in it. You guys know I make a DIY tea rinse. You guys seen me use that. Also, if you're looking for a great leave-in / detangler, it's going natural. It's going natural. No more knots leave-in. It's bomb, you guys. And like I said, a lot of my DIY leave-ins are usually water / tea based products with glycerin. So that's gonna segue us right into the next product, and that is finding a humectant, and not just any kind of humectant, a plant-based humectant. Now humectants help to draw and attract water into your hair, and they actually help bind to it and hold on to the water to protect it from leaving your hair super fast. Some of the best humectants you want to look for are plant gels, and that means you should be looking at flaxseed gel, aloe vera gel, okra gel, panthenol, honey, slippery elm, marshmallow root. You're noticing a trend here? A lot of the herbs that I talked to you guys about actually are great humectants for drawing in moisture into your hair. Now, before I go ahead and give you guys the products for the humectants, I want to quickly tie along emulsifiers with it because they're so connected to each other. Because water and oil, we know, don't necessarily mix and blend together, but emollient will help you, or help the water and oil to merge together into one and to hydrate your hair without like coating your hair. And so you really want to look for plant-based emollients as well. Some of those are like benzoyl methyl sulfate, cetyl alcohol, along with light oils within that moisturizer. So argan oil, jojoba oil, extra virgin olive oil. You might have to play around with some oils to determine whether your hair likes particular oils or not, but those are generally ones that many people can work with. And some of the products that contain these, all three of them that contain a humectant, that contain an emollient, and contain an oil are Bask and Bloom More Moisture, Giovanni Direct Leave-In, As I Am Leave-In, Miche Lavish Leave-In Conditioner, which I've been using and really, really loving as well. And some of the oils, like I said, that you can either buy separately or you can make your own. You guys know I love to make DIY hair oils. I'll attach my Brahmi root one up here, my burdock root one as well. And you can mix ingredients or lighter oils according to how your hair feels and needs, okay? Now, the next ingredient I'm gonna talk about is hydrolyzed proteins. And I talked a little bit about this in my wash day video, but I just think it's really important for you to really understand that small hydrolyzed proteins may not be the enemy and are actually act as a humectant whenever they're in the hair products, the small ones, okay? And actually what it does is it helps, it can actually go up into the cuticles and actually help seal in the water. So it provides like a protective layer around so you don't lose moisture. And that's what pretty much proteins do for your hair. So small proteins like silk proteins, like hydrolyzed silk, hydrolyzed keratin, hydrolyzed collagen, amino acids, peptides, collagen peptides, those are all small enough to help your hair to retain moisture. So you can play around with this. You can look for some products that do have small proteins and then look for some products that don't have any proteins at all. Okay, and And one of my favorite leave-in products that contains hydrolyzed protein is the CASSIA hair products leave-in mist. The CASSIA hair products keratin mist. It has hydrolyzed keratin and balm. It really helps my hair to retain moisture a lot. As well as when you guys do the teas with the herbs do contain strengthening properties that as well add almost like a protein, and I probably will do a video about that. They help strengthen the hair and bind to the moisture in your hair shaft, so they can also act like proteins when you use your tea rinses on your hair. Okay, so now that you've gone out, you got your products, you're really excited to go ahead and start your moisturization process or moisturizing process. I'm gonna give you 3 particular techniques that you should try and see how they work with your hair according to maybe where you fall on the low porosity spectrum. So we will all know LCO, but I'm gonna give you LC and LO. So LCO, if you haven't heard of it, is I would say liquid cream oil. So a liquid leave-in, like I stated earlier, that could be your water/glycerin, your S-curl, your tea and glycerin type leave-in, followed by a cream leave-in. So for instance, your Bask and Bloom More Moisture leave-in, your direct Giovanni direct leave-in, and then you could seal with a light oil such as argan oil or jojoba oil, whatever oil as you learn over time your hair really likes, but those are light oils. And then you do that and you'll see how your hair responds to it. If you feel like your hair doesn't need all those products, maybe you have finer strand, or maybe you feel like you fall on the spectrum where it's lower in porosity than maybe like medium low, I recommend that you try the LO method, which is just the liquid leave-in and the cream leave-in, okay? So you still get that water glycerin type mix followed up with the cream. So you have to remember the creams that I recommend to you guys contain all the products and ingredients that are really beneficial for penetrating the hair shaft. They have the humectant, the emulsifier, and the oil all in one. So that can actually still and bind to your hair and keep the oils or keep the moisture locked into your hair without anything else needed. And you may find that just the LO works perfect for you. And then finally, if you're on the low end of the low porosity spectrum, I recommend the LO method. So that is your liquid or water leave-in with glycerin or tea leave-in with glycerin, and then you'll seal with a light oil, maybe argan oil or jojoba oil. But the real secret, you guys, the real secret is using heat or indirect heat to help make all those products penetrate. So whether you're using LCO, LC, or LO method, you will go ahead and sit under a hooded dryer or steamer for about 5 to 10 minutes. And that will really help the products to heat up, your strands to accept all the moisture, and it will fully penetrate into your strands. And that will give you really lasting moisture. So that is the secret. And if you guys don't have a hooded dryer or steamer, I recommend putting a plastic bag over your hair after you're done with your style, putting a t-shirt over, and then putting a headscarf over, and then leaving it on for about 30 minutes so your body can generate some heat and let those products absorb into your hair. Now, whenever I do that, I usually can last, I would say 3, maybe 4 days sometimes, without having to re-moisturize my hair. Right now, I actually only have water, tea and glycerin in my hair, and once during the week, last week, I used Bask and Bloom's More Moisture, and I just refreshed it one time with the glycerin, and my hair is so amazing still. And that is also because the weather is still fairly warm. As it starts to cool down, I probably will go ahead and start sealing with an oil. So that's it, you guys, for my low porosity tips. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you have any questions, leave them down below as always. But that's it, you guys. I'll see you next time, and I'll be doing some high porosity hair tips for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you. Bye.